breaking news that could change everything for millions of American seniors. The House of Representatives has just approved a $2,000 stimulus check specifically for Social Security recipients, with payments set to begin as early as March 12th. But who qualifies? How do you claim it? And is this finally the financial relief seniors have been waiting for? If you're on Social Security, this could be the most important video you watch all year. Before we dive into all the crucial details about this breaking development, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss important updates that could affect your benefits. And if you know other seniors who need this information, share this video with them right away. It could mean $2,000 in their pockets. Hey there, it's Edward back with some potentially life-changing news for seniors across America. Today, I'm breaking down everything we know about the just-approved $2,000 stimulus payment for Social Security recipients that the House has reportedly greenlit. This is developing news, and I'm here to give you the complete picture, what's happening, and what it means for you. Let's start with what we know right now. According to sources close to the legislation, the House of Representatives has approved a targeted economic stimulus package that includes a one-time $2,000 payment specifically for seniors receiving Social Security benefits. This development comes after months of advocacy from senior groups who have highlighted the disproportionate impact of inflation on those living on fixed incomes. Many of you have been commenting on my previous videos about how difficult it's become to make ends meet with the current benefit amounts, especially with rising costs for healthcare, groceries, and housing. It seems lawmakers may have finally heard these concerns and responded with this targeted relief measure. But what exactly prompted this action now? The timing appears to be connected to recent economic data, showing that despite overall inflation cooling, seniors are still facing significantly higher costs for essentials compared to the general population. A congressional report released last week indicated that seniors' essential expenses have risen nearly 20% since 2020, while COLA adjustments have failed to keep pace with these real-world increases. Now, I know the big question on everyone's mind: who exactly qualifies for this payment? Based on the information available, the stimulus check would be available to individuals who are current recipients of Social Security retirement benefits, SSDI or SSI. However, and this is important, there appears to be an income threshold. Individuals with adjusted gross incomes of less than $75,000 in their most recent tax filing would receive the full $2,000, with a gradual phase-out for those earning up to $99,000. For married couples filing jointly, the threshold starts at $150,000, with a complete phase-out at $198,000. This means not every Social Security recipient will qualify, particularly those with significant income beyond their benefits. What about seniors who don't typically file taxes because their only income is Social Security? This is where things get interesting. According to the legislation's current language, the Treasury Department would be authorized to use Social Security Administration data to distribute payments automatically to non-filers, similar to how previous stimulus payments were handled. Many of you have been asking in the comments of my previous videos, is this a loan that needs to be paid back? I'm happy to report that no, this is designed as a direct payment, not a loan or an advance on future benefits. It would not affect your regular monthly Social Security payments, nor would it be counted against future benefit calculations. Another common question I'm seeing in my comment section: when exactly will the money arrive? According to the legislation, the Treasury Department would be mandated to begin issuing payments by March 12th, with the distribution process potentially continuing for several weeks afterward as they work through the tens of millions of eligible recipients. Now, let's talk about what this means in practical terms for the average Social Security recipient. The median monthly Social Security retirement benefit is approximately $1,700. This means a $2,000 stimulus payment represents more than an entire extra month of benefits. For most recipients, a significant financial boost that could help address accumulated debt, postponed medical care, or necessary home repairs that many seniors have been forced to delay. But, and this is crucial to understand, this bill still faces significant hurdles before it becomes law. While House approval is a major step forward, the legislation must still pass the Senate, where the political dynamics are different and the margin for passage is much narrower. Several key senators have already expressed reservations about targeted stimulus measures, citing concerns about inflation and the federal deficit. What are the chances of this passing the Senate? Political analysts I've spoken with suggest it's currently a toss-up. The legislation would likely need bipartisan support to overcome potential procedural obstacles, and negotiations are reportedly ongoing behind the scenes to secure enough votes for passage. Some of you have asked, is this connected to the COLA for next year? That's a great question. This stimulus payment would be separate from and in addition to any cost of living adjustment for 2026. The COLA is determined by a specific formula tied to the Consumer Price Index, while this payment is a one-time legislative action designed to provide immediate relief. Another question that keeps coming up, would this affect other benefits like Medicare, Medicaid, or SNAP? Based on the current language of the legislation, this payment would not count as income for determining eligibility for federal means-tested programs. This is critical for those receiving SSI or other benefits that have strict income limitations. For those wondering about the economic impact of such a measure, economists estimate that putting $2,000 in the hands of tens of millions of seniors would inject approximately $120 billion into the economy, with a significant portion likely to be spent quickly on essentials, providing stimulus to local economies across the country. But what should you do right now while we wait to see if this passes the Senate? First, make sure your information is up to date with the Social Security Administration, particularly your direct deposit details. If you've moved recently, ensure your address is current. While most payments would be made automatically, having accurate information on file will prevent any delays. Second, be very wary of scams. Anytime there's news about government payments, scammers come out in force. Remember that the SSA or IRS will never call, text, or email you asking for personal information or payment to release your stimulus funds. If someone contacts you claiming you need to provide information or pay a fee to get your stimulus check, it's a scam. Some viewers have asked if they should delay filing their 2024 taxes in case the income thresholds change. Based on the current language of the legislation, eligibility would be determined using your most recently filed tax return. If you're on the borderline of the income threshold, you might want to consult with a tax professional about your specific situation. For those of you caring for elderly parents or relatives, make sure they're aware of this potential payment, but also help protect them from misinformation and scams. There's already a lot of confusion circulating on social media about who qualifies and how the payment will work. It's worth noting that this legislation also includes provisions for expedited payments to seniors in areas recently affected by natural disasters, recognizing the additional financial hardships faced by those who may have experienced property damage or displacement. What's particularly interesting about this legislative effort is that it appears to have gained support from representatives across the political spectrum, with advocates pointing to the unique economic challenges faced by seniors on fixed incomes. Rising healthcare costs, in particular, have eaten into Social Security benefits despite recent COLA increases. Many of you have commented on previous videos about how the official inflation numbers don't seem to match your real-world experience at the pharmacy or grocery store. This stimulus measure seems to be an acknowledgement of that disconnect between official statistics and the lived reality of seniors across America. As we follow this developing story, remember that the legislative process can be unpredictable. There could be amendments, delays, or other changes before a final bill reaches the President's desk. I'll be monitoring this situation closely and will provide updates as new information becomes available. If you're concerned about this issue, consider contacting your senators to express your support for the measure. Constituent feedback can sometimes influence how legislators vote, particularly on issues affecting large portions of their voter base like Social Security recipients. In closing, while this $2,000 stimulus payment would provide welcome relief to millions of seniors struggling with rising costs, it's also a reminder of the broader challenges facing our Social Security system. Long-term reforms to ensure the program's sustainability and adequacy remain necessary beyond one-time payments. I hope this breakdown has been helpful in understanding what's happening with this potential stimulus payment. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated on this and other developments affecting your benefits. If you found this information valuable, please give the video a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit.